Are you planning a trip to New York City but feeling overwhelmed by the sheer number of attractions? Don't worry, our ultimate list of NYC attractions has you covered. It is easy to assume that New York City is one of the most well-known cities in the world. The metropolis, also known as the Big Apple, is a lively hub with a huge influence on the world's media, trade, and research. It is also the most populous metropolis in the United States, which means there are numerous activities to do in New York City. Attractions focus on history, culture, recreation, and performance. The city is famous for its star-studded entertainment industry, dazzling boutiques, and high-flying entrepreneurs. They're also frequently highly diverse in terms of background and appeal. Some of the best places to visit in New York City are major tourist destinations, while others are quiet, hidden gems that you must seek out.
There's simply no way to vacation in New York City without heading to Central Park. This is a gigantic man-made haven spanning 843 acres, with hillsides, gardens, forests, and 58 miles of pathways, sculptures, bridges, artworks, monuments, fountains, playgrounds, tunnels, and plenty of facilities dot the landscape, giving you endless things to do. It's no surprise that this green space is one of the top attractions in New York City. It's not possible to get into every single one of the individual features of Central Park. There are a few notable spots, of course. There's the seasonal pond of conservatory water, the romantic Bethesda fountain topped by a sculpture of the Angel of Water, and the Low Boathouse. There's also the Strawberry Fields, the Woolman Memorial Rink, and the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. And don't forget the 11-foot Alice in Wonderland statue. Special events, concerts, and other festivals often occur at Central Park.
The Empire State Building is one of the most iconic and loved New York City tourist attractions. The stunning Art Deco creation is nothing short of spectacular, with a modern but dynamic lighting system boasting 16 million potential colors. Light shows are common during special events and holidays. Trips to the top of the Empire State Building are especially popular and are practically a must-do. The fees are high and the lines are long, but it's an ordeal very much worth the effort so you can see all of the city below from a 1,050-foot height. There's also a multimedia tour of the building that helps guide you through the various views and exhibits that the building has to offer.
There's no denying that the Statue of Liberty is one of the most iconic landmarks in the U.S. and among the top nice attractions. Built in 1886 as a gift to America from France, it's almost synonymous with America. It's also one of the biggest statues in the world, weighing 450,000 pounds and measuring nearly 152 feet in height. You have to take a boat or ferry to visit the Statue of Liberty up close to Liberty Island. Most people come from Battery Park, and you'll have to get in line pretty early for a smooth experience, and ticket pre-purchases are highly recommended. There are also helicopter tours of New York City that will fly over the statue for a bird's-eye view of the stunning green landmark.
It's hard to consider what to do in New York City without considering Times Square. Many people think this 5-block expense to be almost synonymous with the city itself, congested and high-priced as a commercial tourist trap. There's nothing quite as simultaneously overwhelming and awe-inspiring as standing in Times Square and watching the world go by around you. The bright screens and billboards add even more to the visual noise. Hang out here at night and people watch or just get lost in the lights.
Broadway, or the Theater District, is a key spot for artistic types seeking vacation ideas in New York City. Many avid fans of musicals, plays, and theater spend their whole trip just watching different shows. There's no real start point to Broadway. Start wherever you want and check out the show calendars of local theaters to determine what performances you'd like to catch. You'll find something for everyone of all ages and preferences.
It's simply not possible to discuss the places to go in New York City without mentioning Fifth Avenue. It's packed with high-end shopping and historic buildings one after the other. Whether you're a big spender or a browser, you enjoy the retail offerings and well-known businesses that populate the location. Flagship stores, trendy designers, and luxurious products of all sorts line Fifth Avenue. You'll find stores for Apple, Cartier, Bergdorf Goodman, Saks Tiffany, Prada, and much more. Many of these shops are also the most popular of their respective brands, even considered famous on a global scale.
The Rockefeller Center is one of the most iconic NYC attractions, boasting a fishbowl glimpse into the studios of NBC and decorated with awe-inspiring sculptures. There's a huge skating rink, several restaurants and stores, and much more to enjoy at this entertainment complex. There's an additional draw of the Central Plaza, the top of the Rock Observation Deck. Here, you'll get some of the very best views in all of Manhattan atop a 70-story skyscraper that serves as the centerpiece of the Rockefeller Center. The deck takes up a total of 3 floors, providing jaw-dropping views of the world around you no matter what time of the day it is.
Grand Central Terminal is an absolute must-see in New York City, a stunning train station with retail stores and eateries galore alongside gorgeous scenery. Its architecture is already pretty impressive, with a neoclassical Beaux Arts design with surprisingly ornate details. Grand Central Terminal is one of the world's most bustling train stations, transporting 82 million passengers each year and still making room for history and architecture enthusiasts. The concourse boasts floors of marble, chandeliers plated with nickel and gold, and a ceiling designed to look like the sky.
There are only a few more famous and revered museums across America than the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's not just renowned in New York City but across the planet too. Often referred to affectionately as the Met, the vast permanent collection covers 5,000 years of art history and is pretty much impossible to see in its entirety in one day. There's so much to see at the Met that, like Central Park, it's impossible to cover every single interesting facet. There are works by great European masters, textiles from Asian countries, sculptures from ancient Rome and Greece, and clothing made by famous designers.
If you visit New York City, it's almost a no-brainer to pay a visit and your respects at the sobering National September 11th Memorial and Museum. This is the country's main tribute to the victims of the terrorist attacks of 2001 and the bombing of 1993. With 110,000 square feet of ground to its name, the museum covers numerous narratives of the attacks via recordings, videos, interactive displays, and genuine artifacts. The main highlight of the 9/11 Memorial is the 1-acre twin reflecting pools. Here, bronze panels enclose the pools, with the names of every single victim inscribed on them. Water from the pool appears to flow into a square that seems bottomless thanks to a recessed design, and the falls here are the largest man-made ones in the entire country.
Plan your trip to these NYC attractions soon. Given the great size of the Big Apple, it's no surprise that there are so very many New York City attractions. With so much history, entertainment, culture, and art to its name, NYC offers a lot to its local residents and its touristy guests. No matter who you visit with, what you're into, and what catches your eye, you are in for a thrilling holiday jam-packed with all sorts of activities. Better yet, we've barely scratched the surface of all the things to do in New York City, too, so don't be afraid to branch out and explore. Subscribe to our YouTube channel News Today Reviews or online at www.newstoday.nyc.